Hello, my name is Patrick Gunning, and I hereby welcome you listeners to my description of two things, a show that I try to describe random things in different ways. Here on episode 11, I am going to try and describe about gender, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone, and for now, let's start playing this show right now. Gender is identified by a person that has certain body parts that one gender currently has than the other gender doesn't have. Gender cannot just be identified with just a birth certificate that has their gender on it, but a person can express their gender identity. Gender identifying has to be done neutrally because a person would not like to be misgendered until we know that person. Gender has different pronouns so that an individual doesn't want others to pronoun their gender that just being neutral as possible. Gender is a sex term for gender, not just for humans, but also every kind of species and animal that is simply out there in the world. Gender that has multiple bodily features that one gender may have that the other, or has part functioning developed them than the other has. Gender is a term to identifying one body to another for having certain parts one gender has that another gender doesn't have. Gender terms these days are more towards being a sensitive topic, and it's unsettling towards parts of the LGBT community in particular. Gender regards to the type of body part that determines what gender that person is and how those body parts work differently. Gender has different meanings and terms, with some being friendly than others being mean or even being offensive when being set out. Gender is identified to an individual of their wishes to being identified by their choices, but by if what they said or by what their body parts they have. Gender is a good thing, but at times it can be a bad or an unwelcoming thing to an individual when coming to other people. Gender is a choice for everyone in how them identified themselves, and for everyone else to respect their rights whenever possible. You have come to the end on what I have played for you, and I hope you enjoy in what I have described for the time being, and I hope I hear you listeners next time. This show was written, announced and produced by Patrick Gunning, and this show is copyrighted in 2024 by EP011 aka Patrick Gunning.